Alright class, we have to run 1 lap today. 3, 2, 1, go!
Maybe you should lose more weight, you fatty.
Shut up. Yes, being the fat kid. I cannot stress to y'all on how bad it is. Look, although I am not fat, according to my friends, there have been some instances where I wish I was beyond skinny. As a younger kid, I would eat lots of unhealthy food, like candy, chips, cookies, you name it. I was basically eating all the unhealthy food in the world. In a recent video, I mentioned how I was an iPad kid, and still am. This means that I often stay at home and barely exercise. Pair that with eating unhealthy food, and yeah, I was a 500-pound behemoth. My brother, however, is the polar opposite. He is skinny, and I don't know what superpower he has been blessed with, but he can eat whatever he wants and still look skinny. Now, don't spread hate to anyone, but an example is when my mom would point out how whenever I look down, my double chin is so chubby that it has multiple creases on the side. And yes, it is way bigger than my brother's. Another thing that she would joke about is how my leg muscles look like a drumstick, while my brother's looks like a chopstick. And because I took jokes very seriously back then, I was determined to lose weight, and I'm not sure if anyone else faces this, but it seems like no matter what I do, I still cannot lose any. I can run a mile and still not lose any weight. I also had uncontrolled eating habits back then, such as the time when my mom told me to not eat all the candy I got on Valentine's Day, but I ate it anyway. Or whenever we go to McDonald's, not the sponsor of this video by the way, I'll always order 2 double cheeseburgers, unlike my brother who only gets 1. And because we go to that restaurant weekly back then, my dad would usually look at me and my brother just eating, pause his own eating, then tell me and my brother how lucky we are since he did not get that when he was a kid. He once said, "You guys are lucky. When I was your age, I lived in a village so poor that eating 1 chicken drumstick means that you're wealthy enough for food, while others starved." And yes, in one of my previous videos, I mentioned that my parents are Asian. So I guess I could say that I'm pretty privileged. But here's one of the main reasons why I made this video. Whenever I go shopping with my mom. Hey, don't get that, or else you'll gain an extra 20 pounds. Stop eating that. The doctor says that you're so fat that she doesn't even let you eat fruit since it contains too much sugar. However, my mom's claims almost got me sent to the hospital. One Saturday morning, I woke up and decided to play some games on my laptop until almost 15 minutes go by and I start feeling a painful cramp between my heart and liver, so I laid back down. I thought, I'm gonna die here. Why did I eat too much yesterday? I told my mom what happened and she freaking panicked. After asking a few more questions, I told her that I didn't eat breakfast yet. She looked at me deadpan and got me a glass of milk and some bread. I ate it and the pain immediately went away. But hey, at least she's a caring mother after all. But that also means that my heart attack prone of a body also sucks at PE. I remember one time in 7th grade when I was running a mile. At my school, there is one big track. 1 mile is 4 big laps. I would always end up stumbling and walking after the second one. Not only was the weather so hot and the lap so long that I needed water, I was also being denied water. When I told the teacher, she said, "And get this, you should have drank before you started." Ma'am, that's not how hydration works. After reconvincing her over and over again, she said, "So you're gonna take a 0 for the day?" So I got my butt back there and continued. I checked my gradebook later and she gave me a 0 anyways. Middle school sucks, and I can see myself making a whole nother video about that in the future. However, I did not get fat shamed by a random person, since that would be just rude. But that all changed in 7th grade. So during my 7th grade PE class, what we would usually do after warm-up is run a single lap. That same lap that I mentioned earlier. One particular day, the teacher said, "Okay class, today we have to run 2 laps this time. However, you will also need to pair up with a partner, so find a partner and let's get moving." And for more context, I'm also a loner kid, which could be another video on its own, but that's not the point. I would usually be the last person that anyone would choose to be their partner. I don't know why. And yes, I do have friends in that class, but they betrayed me since they choose their other friends in that class. So I was all alone. I was about to ask the teacher if I can just run by myself like I always do, until...
Hey, do you want to be my partner for this one? My friend is absent for the day.
Help, I'm dying.
The guy looked very fit and skinny, so there's no way that we could run on the same level. Oh, I'll just find someone else. Thanks.
But there's no one else left to pick you. You're the last available one.
Oh my god. So a fat kid and a skinny kid get paired together to run 2 laps at the same speed. What could ever go wrong? So my partner and I got a rope and we held each end before heading to the track like everyone else. And keep in mind, we had to run 2 laps this time, not just one like usual. And I can barely run half a lap. And not only that, we have to run on the same speed. And to nobody's surprise, when we were halfway finished.
You keeping up, buddy? Hey.
And you think we're done? No, because he turned to the pair running next to us. And I kid you not, he said,
Do you want to know what we both have in common?
What?
We're both dragging it below average.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
So after running both laps,
Sorry, dude.
it's okay, bitch, as literal sweat rolls down from my head, safe to say, he never messed with me ever again. And for making it this far into the video, here are some more stories of me being a fat kid. So you know how whenever you jump on your bed, your parents go, "Nuh-uh-uh, do not jump on the bed." Well, I was doing just that until... And my dad had to come into my room to fix my bed with bricks. And when I was around 10 years old, I started to become heavier and heavier. Literally almost every time I walk, everyone in the household would just hear me. According to my brother, every time I walk upstairs, it sounds like a giant is destroying the house just going. And finally, since all of these stories are from when I was a kid, some of you may be thinking, well, what do you look like now? Well, I think I can say that I'm okay right now. And hopefully not gain any more weight in the future. Anyways, huge thanks to Marcus Creates Animations and Cameron the Animator for doing the voices in this video. Be sure to check out their content, and if you like Storytime animations, please subscribe to me. Thanks!